So they are giving us a very sound warning that if they burn you well, when I mean by burn you well, if you get juju or you think say you be one person for one corner, for one side, then come that day when they will sow in Tinubu as a president if they did not invite you. These APCs come through the national security advisors to the buhari, to our president, our present president, that if they burn you well on that day, that they will sow in Tinubu as a president, may you come outside, may you come to the National Assembly or where they want to host the event. So my advice to you, if you don't want to die before June, I beg, I know that day we only have 1 or 2 days to June. So if you know you don't want to die before that month or before that day, please don't go there, because this is something that I don't actually understand. Some years back when they were sowing in Goodluck Jonathan, all of us now we saw Ankara now. Even my father too saw Ankara. Everybody in our family, we saw Ankara. We went there when they were sowing in Goodluck. We danced. We chopped some chickens and some meat there. But when coming to this time around, I don't know what actually APCs are always thinking or doing their own things. Even as of 2015, that they saw in our president, our present president, everything was so boring as that. People also got their little as that, but very sure it was still boring. But when coming to this one now, Tinubu, they said if they burn you well, if you know you have gone, I don't know, maybe you are a military person, that if they did not invite you, or you are a bloody civilian somewhere and you think you are up to something, don't die before your time on that day if they did not invite you to come around that event, because that is where they will end you, or they will use something flog you out from that place. I was one of the agents that they asked us to go and tell people, go and publicize this, let common people know about it, because on that day they want to do it by fire, by force. I know that there is no any juju from this country that will stop Tinubu from being the president of this country, because if there was any juju as of that, by now I know that juju will have stopped it. But since that juju no get power, they still say on that day, if you know you get color for head, then come, they will show you on that day. So please don't die before your time. It's a very serious warning given to all of us, both the military and the civilian. That day they don't want to know anybody, either you are holding gun or you are not holding gun, or you think you are Olori or one Jagaban of another place where they did not invite you. Please hold yourself. If you love yourself, and for the sake of people around you that you know there are people looking at you, don't go there and mess up if they did not invite you or they didn't ask you to come around there. You know, whenever they are sowing in a new president, this is something that the country will need to be very happy. People will dance, they will celebrate, people will go around, music will be booming everywhere. Artists that day will cash out from different events. But these days, I don't know how it becomes like this. All because their hands are not clean. This one is sure. Their hands are not clean, because a person whose hand is very clean, I don't think can venture into such things like this, that is now restricting the citizen from celebrating on a new president that will come and rule the country. And they are restricting people like this. What if the person become the president of the country? What else? What else did you think will happen? That day should be a day of celebration, a day of joy. A day of whereby people will go there, they will welcome a new president. That wow, we are now having a new president coming in. It's not a day of a burial or a day of Jackie Chan and Rambo that we are going there to fight someone, or it's not a fighting day, or it's not a day that everybody will need to lock up. But since they have come outside to say that day, everybody hold yourself. Everybody, I'm repeating myself, not only military, they don't even need military there if you are not invited, or they don't even need any civilians if you are not invited. Just hold your day, hold yourself, because on that day is going to be something else. If they burn you well, they still repeat it though. The national security advisor to Buhari, to our president, and we know how that man or what that man can do. So please, for the sake of that day that Tinubu will rule us as a president, just go and lock up yourself. If you are a type that drink and always become drunk somehow, go and lock yourself inside. Drink there till your head dirty. Don't drink and come outside to make any noise, or go near that event where they want to show in that man as a president. I think they will host a separate day that maybe we will celebrate him as our newly president. But for the sake of that day, we thank God though. This thing we thank God because they even told us in time that we should not come, because we know that the Labour parties, the outcasts, they are the outcasts, and the Kwankwasos, they are the outcasts, and I'm very sure those people doesn't have any problem that they will go there and start terrorizing around. Those people that always do such a thing is still at their own team, and based on because they know themselves and they know exactly what could happen or what they can do, they restrict all of us from going there. It's only the invitees that are invited to come around. So please, I was one of the agents that they told us to publicize this to reach every individual. By default, even chicken and the rat, the cat and the rat, that they said they will even go to the National Assembly or to that event where they are sewing in a new president, to go there and celebrate, welcome him, because it's still people that vote for him. It was not by magic. Even if it's by magic, the magic has happened. So that day everybody will go there, welcome him, celebrate him. But these days it is different thing that we are seeing. Just stay your day. That is a very serious warning given to us as the national security advisors of Buhari, and Buhari approved and signed this. I say yes, let nobody, if they burn you well, if you think say you get madness for head, or you get one juju somewhere, carry and come that day, because that juju is not going to work. Don't die before June. I'm repeating myself, don't die before June.